The national leader in digital sports production is in Ball State's College of Communication, Information, and Media. The best stories in Ball State sports and live productions to ESPN from day one. This is Ball State Sports Link. Hello and welcome to Studio B. I'm Ryan Klimcak, and thank you for joining us for yet another edition of Chirp Central, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. Both the men and women's golf teams enjoyed success in their most recent tournaments, while football, women's volleyball, and soccer prepare for a busy weekend ahead. We begin with women's golf, who won the Cardinal Classic, defeating 10 other teams. Here are some of the best sights and sounds from the action on the links. The men's golf team also captured a tournament win, placing first of 16 teams at the Golf Week Conference Challenge in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Joey Ranieri led the way, shooting 7 under par and tying for second place among 93 golfers. Head coach Mike Fleck had this to say about his team's stellar performance. It's huge to get off to a good start. It doesn't matter what program you are or where you're playing. To get a win and to get head-to-heads to establish ourselves early is super important. As the season goes on, you can reflect back on this if the opportunity provides to put us in the same situation down the road. Ball State football lost a tough game to Florida Atlantic last Saturday at Schumann Stadium. We caught up with head coach Mike New and sophomore corner Emeki Uzodinma, and they discussed how the team can hit the reset button as they prepare for a tough game at NC State on Saturday night.
We got to fix our mistakes that have shown up on tape through the first 3 weeks. Those are things that obviously now when you get 3 games into it, we got to make some of our corrections so they don't continue to show up, because when you watch your opponent now, obviously if you see him struggle with something or you see something that has been a weakness on tape, obviously you're going to continue to be challenged in that way. So we got to fix our own mistakes. A lot of positive things through 3 weeks, but the biggest challenge we have for us is fixing some of our own mistakes so they don't continue as we move forward.
We've made that a big emphasis, really just going to make the available play. And really, whenever the ball in there, I want to go get it. That's just been my mentality since I was a little kid. So that's really what I've been trying to do every game, just try to get better and build on that. I write down my goals for the game, like what I want to accomplish for myself, and then what we want to accomplish as a team as well. And then really just going out there and trying to get those goals, and just really just go out there and do my best and do what I can to help the team win.
Women's volleyball is coming off of a weekend tournament in northern Kentucky in which they went 1-2 in some tightly contested matches. They host the Ball State Active Ankle Challenge this weekend at Worthen Arena. Here are what some of the Cardinals had to say about the team's performance so far.
Our season's going pretty well. I've appeared in 4 games. I came in during the NKU match, third set, after we lost the first 2. And then we won in 5, so that was really exciting. And that was a big win for our team. It was kind of crazy. We weren't expecting it a little bit, but now that we know that we could do that and just take a team like that, it was really fun. And I know everybody was full of energy and just really happy after the match.
Yeah, and the NKU match was really exciting. I feel like we've had a lot of really exciting ones. But, we came out just a little bit sluggish, and it was their home floor, so we knew that they were going to be ready to go. And we started serving short and really just completely changed the momentum of the match. And it was really exciting. I think just seeing that the girls never gave up, and just kept fighting, kept believing that we had a chance to win it, and ultimately came back. And it was a really exciting match, especially when you're playing at someone's home court and that showed a lot of toughness. So I was happy with how we finished.
This past weekend, Ball State soccer traveled to Florida and lost matches for the first time this season. Goalkeeper Tristan Studeville and head coach Josh Reif talked about what they need to do in order to bounce back in their next match.
I think we're definitely, we know who we're playing, but we're focused on us. We want to improve on last weekend's performance and build how we can and just focus on us and being a team and being there for each other. I think everything for us is a learning opportunity. So, we knew there was going to come a time when we were going to face a lot of adversity, and unfortunately that hit us early, so we're ready to bounce back, and everything, like I said, is a learning opportunity. So as long as we learn from it, it's a good lesson, and we move forward and roll on.
At some point, statistically, it was probably going to happen. So, one of the things we remind them is that that weekend doesn't define our season, that we still have, if we want to reach our goals of being in the NCAA tournament, we still have 15 games left to play, which is a long season. So I think it was a great test. It was a great, it was a great weekend from the sense that we got to play two really, really good teams, face a lot of adversity, and so I think we just have talked about how do we take the lessons that we learned from that and apply them moving forward. And I guess we're still 5-2, so we're not in panic mode. I think tough weekend and everything, but can we learn from it? Can we get better?
Ball State soccer returns to Briner Sports Complex this Friday at 5 p.m. against Purdue Fort Wayne. If you are unable to attend the match, don't you worry. SportsLink has you covered with the broadcast streaming live on ESPN+. Another week for Ball State sports yielded some more great performances. Here are 4 players to watch for the week. For soccer, junior defender Emily Simmons is one of 3 Ball State players to start all 7 games this season. She's going to continue to make an impact for the Cardinals defense in their upcoming match on Friday against Purdue Fort Wayne. Drew Plitt continues to pile up quality statistics this season, ranking 3rd in the nation with just over 1,000 passing yards and 3rd in passing touchdowns with 11. Natalie Reese had a stellar performance this past weekend, collecting 28 total kills. The freshman outside hitter is 2nd on the team with 82 kills and will certainly be active in the Active Ankle Challenge at Worthen this weekend. And lastly, for field hockey, goalkeeper Witzke over to Kinshaw played well and made 14 saves in a tough 2-1 loss versus the University of Massachusetts Lowell on Sunday. Her and Grace Chavez have split time this season at the goalkeeper position, but the freshman has certainly been impressive. That does it for this week's edition of Chirp Central, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. Thank you for watching, and be sure to follow Ball State SportsLink on Twitter @BSU SportsLink and on Facebook and Instagram.